These are the interior design trends that are out for 2026 and my very honest opinion on them. But let's be clear, these are not rules, and I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot do in your own home. I'm just here to tell you what I think is genuinely dated and out, why some of these things became popular in the first place, and there's one trend / style design element in particular that people are saying is out and dated that I personally don't agree with. I'm obviously going to give my 2 cents on that. So basically, as always, I'm here to give my very honest opinion on them, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. And hi, if you're new here, my name's Aoife. I'm an interior designer and I love giving you guys interior tips. So let's get into it. Okay guys, the biggest design trend we are saying goodbye to in 2026 is buying everything from the same showroom. The only person this benefits is the furniture store. And we are not doing that in 2026. But let me convince you why we are not doing this. Our homes are a reflection on us, so they should have depth and character. We are much more than one note, so we do not buy all our furniture from one furniture store, unless you want to help your local furniture supplier or local economy. Otherwise, no, we don't do that. Showroom style interiors have no personality. And in 2026, and we saw it in 2025 and 2024, people are screaming for personal interiors. And one way you are not going to get that is if you buy everything off one shop floor. I know it's easy, I can see the appeal of it, but guys, it just doesn't work. It honestly just gives that feel of the Pinterest copy and paste. And it's just no personality. Like, that is the main thing. It just doesn't show any of your personality in your space, which is not what we should ever do in our homes. And honestly, this has never been in. Yes, it's definitely the easiest way to furnish your home. And again, I understand why people do that. Decision fatigue when you are purchasing for your house is real. I had it in my own house. I still have it in my own house. But that's where you need to step back, breathe, and not make the full purchase in that one showroom. And honestly, I think that this became so common through very clever marketing. So that's why I don't believe it was ever a trend. I think it was one of those invented trends by furniture stores and clever marketing and things like that. That's why I'm telling you guys to avoid this, and let's just leave it in 2025. Of course, furniture stores want you to buy every single thing for your house from their showroom. Your sofa, your coffee table, your dining table, your lighting, your accent furniture, your rugs, everything. But does it look well? Does it look like there's any character and depth to it? No. It looks like you bought everything from the same furniture store. And this can honestly come across as a little bit lazy. Again, I understand why people do it. It feels safe, it saves time, you can walk in, point, get, your home is finished. And it's that easiness that comes across at the end in your interior aesthetic, which is what makes it look a little bit lazy and lack in that depth. I hope that makes sense and I'm not insulting people, but it really is just the truth on why this doesn't work. When everything comes from the same furniture store, there's no tension, there's no personality, there's no contrast, and above all, there's no story. And your home should always be telling the story of you. Whether that's a furniture piece that came from your granny's house, a vintage showroom, or that special piece that you waited a little bit longer for until you found it. And honestly, even if you spend a lot of money in one furniture store, it still falls flat. I keep going back to this point. Our homes are meant to tell a story about us and our family and who's living in the home. They're meant to reflect us. One furniture store can't do that for you. As people, we're layered. We have different tastes, different personalities, different experiences, and different stories. Another example is when I'm talking to a client in their very initial brief and talking about their home and what type of home they want to create, it's always digging deeper into what they personally want in the home and what way they want to feel in the home. We go back to different things, whether they like travel, whether they like music. There's so many layers into creating their scheme. There is no way we'd ever be able to get it from one store. So this trend of getting everything because it's a quick fix, it's easy to do from one store and then your house is done, it's not possible. Another reason I want it to be out is because I often see that people have buyer's remorse once they do this. Yes, they like maybe 30% of what they've bought, but there's also a huge amount that they end up selling on or getting rid of and repurchasing anyway. It doesn't make sense. So this trend has to go. A well-designed home has different variations, different materials, different eras, different shapes. Oh my God, I could go on. I actually touched on this a little bit last year as well, about everything looking like a show home and how this doesn't work in interior design. And I could go on about this forever on why I think it is just a trend that really does need to be left behind in 2025, or a way of consuming and shopping for our homes. But the core of the point is simple. If everything matches too perfectly, your home is going to feel like a show home, not a well-designed, bespoke interior. So let's leave it in 2025. Trend number 2, light wood. Everyone is saying that the light wood or the white oak is gone. It's gone with modern farmhouse and the all-white kitchen, the all-white interior aesthetic in general. I could go into detail about all of those things because I don't think any of them are actually out. Well, maybe modern farmhouse in the oversaturated 2010s, what we saw every developer and show home turning into. But the all-white aesthetic, all-white kitchen, so classic. And a light wood floor, also a classic. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm saying it here and I will die on this hill, or die on that hill, whatever the saying is. I'll do it. A light wood floor, light wood, light oak is timeless. It's not something that can just be out. And it is definitely not something that can go out with a trend. And I've seen a lot of people compare it to a grey washed floor. You can't compare those. Putting them in the same field, oh my God, they are so different. One is natural, one is not, first off. And number 2, the grey washed wood floor thing came into trend with the grey interior. You know, when everyone thought if you made everything in your home grey, it would somehow look luxurious. A grey washed wood is a stain on a natural material. A light oak is protected and it is stained, but usually to look like its natural finish. So the grey is not a natural looking finish for a wood. The light wood is a natural looking finish. That in itself makes them completely different. Hence why I think, yes, the grey wash, that can go, but the light wood finish, that's not out. In my opinion, it's a classic and it's a timeless finish. Let me put it to you this way. If you're like, no, I don't agree, I'm so sick of the light finishes, it's so bland, it's so boring, I love a dark wood. You love mahogany. Dark wood just has so much depth, it's so timeless. Come back to me in half a decade and we'll have this conversation again. And you will be telling me how mahogany and dark wood tones are out of style. The reason most people are loving darker woods right now is because it now again feels fresh to us. But I can guarantee it's great that it's having its moment. This will be on an interiors trends that are outlist in about half a decade. Do I agree with that? Absolutely not. Again, a darker wood material is a natural material. It can never go in or out of style. It's a timeless, it's a classic. It's having a moment right now because it feels fresh to people. And for the same reason, I don't think that a light wood can ever go out of style. Saying a light wood finish is out is the exact same thing as saying a dark wood finish is out. So that's my honest opinion on it. I would love to hear your opinion in the comments below. Trend number 3, dark window frames. So specifically for my American friends, that's the black window frames, and for my Irish and UK friends, that's the dreaded anthracite grey. Both of these gone, goodbye. Let me tell you why. And honestly, I've been waiting for this moment. I have videos running back to 2020 where I'm asking people to stop using anthracite grey, especially on their interior frames. For the exterior, I think that you can absolutely get away with it more. Same with the black. And also there's a lot of developments where you don't have a choice on your exterior window color. But for your interior, for smaller windows, it is too harsh, especially on thicker frames. Even in my own house, we just moved in the last year, and the developer and builder were trying to convince me to get anthracite grey windows. That's a dark grey. And I was adamant it wasn't happening. The builder was trying to tell me how it was every interior designer's first choice for interior windows, how it frames the windows. It's such a nice architectural look. You best believe I got those windows in white. Simple, classic. I don't have to consider my window frames for every other interior finish in my house. If you have grey or if you have black, you do. Let me be clear though, dark frames can be stunning in the right homes. Large windows, slim frames, architecture that can hold the visual weight of a dark frame. Yes, go for it. That can be beautiful. The issue is when dark frames are used on smaller windows. The frames are always going to look thicker on a smaller window. So then it is visually very heavy. And in a lot of new builds, this became the default for window finishes. They visually dominate, they feel heavy, they feel harsh. So yes, in the right setting, they can look great. But as the default, absolutely not. And when I heard this year, when I started researching into trends that are in and out, that dark frames were out, I was like, I knew it. It was only a matter of time before people got sick of this. And it's about time. So no, I'm not against dark frames completely. I'm against them everywhere, on every house. Not even because Pinterest told you, but because your builder told you. That should always be a red flag in interiors. I'm against them everywhere. But don't worry, if you do have them and you do love them, that's great. If you do have them and you don't love them, you can paint them. So guys, those are the interior design trends that we are leaving behind in 2025. And I would love to know what you guys think of my take for the interior design trends that need to be left behind in 2025, and of course my take on light wood. Like, I really want to know what you think of that. Such a strong one this year that people are like, I'm so sick of, and I just so don't agree. So I really want to know what you guys think. Leave me a comment on whether you agree or disagree on any of these trends. And if you found this video informative or enjoyable, please do subscribe. See you in the next one.